there would be a monument, another tourist attraction, be it a cave, park, a garden, a structure, whatever it is, that as you travel, there will always be something additional for us to see. Then we have to decide how much time we're going to invest in seeing everything, or in my case, how much time I will use as an opportunity to regroup and reconnect with my father. Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Paula Simon, a believer who 25 plus years ago made a decision that changed my life, strengthened my faith, which led to a closer walk with God. On this channel, I encourage women to be more proactive in their lives and embrace changes one step at a time. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or visitor, welcome also. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification button, and YouTube lets you know when a new video is uploaded. Also, if you find any value in this video or any of the other videos on my channel, please share. It will be greatly appreciated. In November 2017, I made a trip to New Zealand. That was my first international trip to a country that I never visited before, alone. As they will say in the traveling industry, is a long haul flight because it was like 14 hours. It was the first time using an Airbnb, and I think it might have been, but like the 8th day I was there in Wellington, I visited the Wellington Botanical Garden. And for the first time, I took note. Let me say, there might have been parks and all these nice greenery wherever I visited before, or where I was living in Atlanta, or the time I was in New York. But this was the first time I was really conscious of it and really present. And guys, as I walked through that botanical garden and I took several pictures and videos, I found myself in a corner of the garden on a bench. I wanted to drink some water and embrace and enjoy this beauty that I'm seeing. And with that, it was like a ton of bricks came on my shoulder and a whole lot of emotions. And I can't remember how long I was sitting there before I start weeping. I said before I was bawling. Bawling is making a whole lot of noise. No, I was crying, had my face in my hands, and I could not stop it. Guys, this tears was coming up from the pit of my stomach, from my belly. And I just couldn't stop it. And I cried, and I cannot remember how long I was crying for, but I know I was crying for a long time. And I know for certain it was the first time, as I look back, the first time in who knows how many years I have ever cried and cried like that. And the tears was just coming. And along with the tears, suddenly I started getting revelations. I feel overworked. I feel drained. I felt underappreciated. And it was a combination of years of showing up for everyone else. It's a combination of years where I was taken advantage of, but I didn't even realize, because persons would come to me for information. In fact, I had persons who I might consider friends. They would not do any business with me. They would not invest with me. They wouldn't do a life insurance policy with me, nothing. But when they need information about some other product they have or some other thing they want to do, they will come to me. One even will send the family to me for information. But when these people get the information, no one did any business with me. They took the business elsewhere. And for years I was doing it, and I didn't see anything wrong with it until that day in Wellington Garden. Then everything changed. Then the whole realization of how unhappy I was. As I sat there, everything became clear. And then I know for certain I had to make a change in my life. And one of the first things I had to do is start working on how I allow persons to treat me. Guys, there are certain abuses or certain things that we would engage in, and society would turn the nose up. If you're into drugs, even if you're prostitution, or you're alcoholic, or you're a thief, these sort of things, society turned the nose up, and it's the laws, and you, who knows, could lose your job, your family, all these things could happen to you. but they have certain kind of abuse. They are socially accepted abuse. In fact, we're applauded for doing it. You might get a certificate, or at the end of the year, you're being acknowledged because, oh, this body's a hard worker. So when you're running yourself ragged, you're in every meeting, you're in every organization on the job, and even at church, that you're part of the church, you're choir, this, you're on the finance committee, you're on this committee, you're on that committee, and you're running yourself ragged. Or you're always there for everyone. Persons will turn up to you for help, and you're doing this, and you're lending your money, you're investing your time. These are socially accepted abuse because you are abusing yourself. And I'm telling you, on that bench, in that garden, all the way in New Zealand, I sat there and everything came crashing down on me. It dawned on me that I have to change, and I have to make drastic change. Realization came with heavy sadness because I felt that I did not take care of me. I felt that I should have seen it before, and I allowed persons to treat me like that. I did not realize it until I was planning this video, that bench in Wellington Botanical Garden represent everything of this major change in my life. Because guys, up to now, I cannot pass somewhere without snapping a picture of a bench. And take it from me, I maybe could do a 20 minutes video with just sheer different benches. Everywhere I go, I cannot let go of trees or flowers or the whole garden setup. I never associate it with Wellington, but it started there. It started in that corner, and I wish at that time that I had thought of taking out a picture of that bench in that corner, and perhaps that could have been my logo or something, because that corner, that moment represented a whole lot in my life. And it set the pace or set the pattern for every other way that I travel. Guys, I do not research before I go on any trip, places to see and things to do. I research if they're public transportation, and if you could pay with coins or you have to pay with a card, where you have to find a card, how much for the card. I would do research before of where I'm staying, whether it's the hotel or the Airbnb. I will do research like the costs, especially for transportation to and from the airport, because there's very important, and there's something you might can't negotiate. As against, even if it's food, you could decide whether you're going to eat 2 meals or you're going to eat 3 meals. Use my travel as a time for me to regroup. And if I pack my schedule with running here and running there and having to see this and having to see that, I will be leaving that trip and going back just as tired as I came, or even more tired. Traveling for me is an opportunity to regroup. And by the way, I would experience that monument, or by the way, I might experience that park, or by the way, I might go to that castle or whatever tourist attraction it is. That is secondary for me. I could remember sharing it with my friend Roxanne, and she was laughing. She just couldn't understand that I'm saying I'll travel to another country and I'll move one day and then the next 2 days I just sit out. Yes, that's why I make sure wherever I'm staying, the place is good enough for me to stay in. If I get up a morning, and I went out yesterday and I take all the pictures, and today I just feel like sitting and looking through a window, that is what I must be able to do. The place wherever I am must conducive for me to just regroup. And that is my approach. But again, it's researching, getting this video together. Zealand popped into my head where all of this started. I realized that is what set the pace for me. My time away helped me to be able to see things clearer because the noise isn't there. And just how I got a revelation in New Zealand, that is what I apply with every way I travel. And guys, in the process, as I see a dog sitting in the middle of a square where there's traffic all around, persons pulling suitcases, persons stand up taking out pictures, as in Turkey, and that dog is in the middle there. There's a sight I have never seen and could have never imagined a dog will be sitting in the midst of, you could say, traffic. When I see things like that, it made me stop and think, and I have to thank my Father. I'm here having these experiences is because I listened to what my father said. I listened to when he told me to move. I listened and I took note of when he gave me the opportunity to learn something new. When I come into a hotel and I go to the desk and the concierge or the receptionist at the desk, we say, welcome, Miss Simon. Thank you for being a member, and we have upgraded you. At the back of my head, I got to say, thank you, Father. I must say, guys, on this trip, I stayed in 3 hotels, and every hotel there was an upgrade, and the second was better than the first. And the third one was even far better than the second and the first. I have to thank my Father. I have to thank my Father for giving me the strength to follow his direction, to giving me the strength to say, although this does not add up, although it's feeling weird and funny, it's something that I have to do, and I know it's part of my Father's plan. And if it is not, he will direct me away from it. And if it is, he will give me the strength, and I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, it will work out for my good. Guys, I don't know how you travel. I don't know what's the reason you travel. I don't know the way how you travel. It is your part. But I'm telling you, for me, my travel helps me to regroup and reconnect with my Father. So guys, there's so much other videos about my travel in Porto or Ecuador or Turkey. Check out the channel. I will put one there, and I don't know, the next video would be on the one that YouTube will choose, that the thing that you need to see. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I hope your passport is up to date, because you never know. You'll get an opportunity to travel, and I'm telling you guys, you learn every day. You learn something new, and traveling makes your life richer. I know there's aggravation about the airport and your bag. That is nothing in comparison in what you could learn from traveling. It's a little negative, yes. There's life, but the pros outnumber the cons by 100%. So have a great week. Bye.